Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mentor Asia Pacific. Here we are in one of the study rooms at GCC. This is a beautiful building in the library, the Learning Resource Center. And here we have Kiko Palacios with us. Thanks for being on the show, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Long time.
Yep.
All right, brother. You want to introduce who you are and what is it you do?
My name is Francisco Palacios. A lot of people know me as Kiko. I am currently the Public Information Officer here at GCC, but for the longest time I was the Sustainability and Project Coordinator when I first came on at the community college. So right now my job is promoting the college, promoting all the events and programs, and also basically dealing with the media and things like that. I also still touch bases with my sustainability office. So I still do the projects that allows us to sustain ourselves. Yeah.
Right. So let's do something a little fun. Share one thing that most people might not know about you.
Man, there's a lot of things that a lot of folks don't know about me. Well, actually, there's a lot that they do know about me. I'm trying to think. I am part Japanese and Carolinian. That's one thing. A lot of people don't know about me. They think that I'm, straight up Chamorro Filipino, but I do have other things in my blood. I'm originally from Saipan, the CNMI, but a lot of people, it gives it off with my accent. They know I'm from there. And yeah,
that's cool. That's two different facts about your heritage and also where you grew up.
Right.
So kind of walk me along your path at the moment. You can pick any jumping off point that you want to think about, but how did you get to where you are today? What's your story?
I've always been part of like a hardworking family, I guess you can say. My dad and my mom were very hardworking. I was the middle child, and so I think a lot of those things caused me to push harder and work harder. We were a farming family as well. Every Sunday we went to the farm, my dad's family's farm, and enjoyed all the different things from socializing with your first cousins to pulling the cow to the next section where they're gonna eat their grass, to watering all the plants in the garden, and then aside from that, we also had our own personal garden and things like that at our house. On top of that, my dad used to bring me fishing. He used to bring me fishing all the time when I was really young, and when the things that I remember were that me thinking, what are we doing here? Because it was very dangerous, but I think it was a way for my dad to push me towards, or reach that point of manhood. Yeah. And so those things I kind of remember clearly in my head, actually.
So from there, how did you kind of get into sustainability and kind of get into GCC?
So like I said, right, like growing up, it was a lot of farming, a lot of fishing, but at the time you don't really think about sustainability. You just think about it as a lifestyle. But I started to notice as I became older that our lifestyles were changing. The things that we used to eat, the things that we used to do was dominated by things that were imported, things that were really not a part of our norm. And so with those changes, I started to feel that we were losing touch with the importance of what we had here on our island. And so from there, I decided I wanted to learn more. I wanted to learn more about the environment. It was becoming a hot topic. I thought it was the perfect time, the perfect field to get into. And I went into the education portion of it, environmental education. And from there, I've developed programs on how we can raise awareness about all the issues that we're facing, and also what are some of the solutions that we can do to help with that.
So here at GCC, what are some of the projects that you put on or have established here for sustainability?
GCC had started their sustainability journey way before I even came in here. It's a part of the college's DNA, and you can feel that with the leadership here. GCC, I'm gonna boost a little GCC, but no one compares to GCC here on island with regard to sustainability. And you might be thinking you're saying that because you're the PIO, but no, this is absolutely true. There's so many things that we're doing on campus. All of our buildings that are being built are LEED certified. They're leadership in energy and environmental design. We're about to open a new LEED building in the near future. We have 2 bids going out for 2 other new LEED buildings. So, by the end of the construction of the entire facility, we're gonna have pretty much all LEED buildings with sustainable landscaping. We've also integrated sustainability into our programs. We have an environmental technician program. We have our automotive program. It has a hybrid. We included electric vehicles and hybrids into that curriculum. We have our offices and our technologies. We're moving into the cloud. That's why in the next few weeks our systems are going to be scheduled for a shutdown because everything's being moved to the cloud. Our offices, we use Google Drive, right, when we do our documents instead of printing out so much paper. Our summer programs, our steep summer programs promote sustainability. 95% of our parking and street lights are solar powered. We have over 100 kilowatts of solar energy on campus. Every time we purchase an air conditioning system, a lighting system, it has to be the most efficient out there. So it's in our DNA. It's in us. Every time we think of a plan, we're like, how is this sustainable? How can we make it sustainable?
Wow.
That's the goal. Yeah.
There's a lot of happening here.
There is a lot.
Okay, so we'll dial it back a little. So there are people out there that are really thinking about sustainability. It's really on their mind. Like you said, it's a hot topic at the moment. Well, all these changes that you're talking about, they've been planned ahead of time. There's a lot of things that go into it.
Right.
There are some people who really just want to dabble, take a step towards sustainability. Or if there were like a few changes in someone's lifestyle that they wanted to change, what would you advise them to do?
There are many things that people can do to change, but I say this first because change is hard. Once you're used to something, it's hard to kind of like change it back, right? So one of the things though that and it's out there, people know about this is plastic water bottles. Such a huge issue with single-use plastic water bottles. We import about $2 million worth of plastic bottles a month in 1 month. And that's, you can imagine how much plastic bottles. And we have a hard time shipping it out. Not to mention the potential health hazards with plastic bottles. So basically using a reusable bottle and filling it up with water in your house or the refilling stations that we even have around campus can really help. If one person does it, right, that makes a difference. But imagine if the entire Guam does it. Like how much less waste we would have on island. I know a lot of folks, throw food away. Food waste, the average US family throws away about $500 worth of food every time. And a lot of that is vegetables and fruit scraps. Instead of throwing that in the trash where it becomes invaluable after the trash, you can make a little compost pile and throw your fruit and vegetable scraps on the site where you can use it for your garden. And also gardening at home is not just a sustainable thing, it's a healthy thing. Like it helps you become more healthy. You're outside, you're moving, right? And also watching less TV. Watching less TV will allow you to go outside more. When you go outside more, you use less energy in your house, right? And you're just enjoying the natural beauty of what's outside. You're not using aircon, right? When you're outside, you're not using the TV. Other devices are not plugged. So that's another change that you could do.
Okay, so let's kind of clean the slate a little and talk. So I'm gonna plug in a little bit what you just said before we started talking. You want to make this documentary about living off the land, and where does that come from? Why do you think that needs to be seen or that needs to be shown?
Man, there's so many reasons why I want to do that. One, losing touch with our culture. right? That's a big one. I'm not saying that we should be like 100% like how it was back in the day, but I feel that there are important aspects of our culture that we need to carry on, you know, about like respect, for one. Also, like, what drives me is, man, we have so many health issues on island, and one of the contributing factors is our food. Food that has all these things that you're reading the ingredients, and like on 90% of the stuff we don't know what it is, and so it's like, but we're a tropical island. We grow these tropical fruits, and we can grow these vegetables, but you know, really, you know, there are farmers out there, but that's just a small portion of what we need on island. And so I want to try to live that life to show people that, hey, you can do it, we can still do it. I'm not saying do it 100%, but if you do it right, you become healthier, you become happier. It's, you know, life becomes a little bit more simpler. I like to think the less you have, the more you have.
So thinking about future projects as well, what are your future projects in mind, either for yourself or for GCC at the moment?
As I mentioned earlier, there are several other construction projects that are going to be happening here at GCC, all related to sustainability. Several buildings, LEED certified buildings, even like walkway canopies that lead you from one building to the next building will have like solar on top, right? So instead of, in addition to it providing shade for our students, it's producing renewable clean energy so that we can offset our cost here on campus. We also have our summer steep program, which we're getting ready for right now. It's gonna happen around June 17th and go about a month, a little over a month. And we'll always have a big project for these high school students. The project this year is gonna be building a solar gazebo. So 2 solar gazebos, really nice looking gazebos with solar panels on top. We're using reused solar panels and parts from the streetlights that we fixed. So we're just reusing those parts and those panels. And we're gonna put a charging station so that students can hang out under the gazebo, charge their phone, charge their laptops, hang out, have a coffee, whatever it is. So that's another one of our projects. We do want to have a garden here because we do have a really good culinary arts program. They year-round, they're cooking, they're doing their thing, they're hosting events. So we want to have like a nice full-blown garden so that they, you know, we can plant the produce here and they can use it in their classroom. And I think that's the ultimate like farm to table.
Yeah.
It's like right outside and you bring it in the kitchen. It doesn't get any fresher than that.
Okay, so for kind of the students out there thinking about, you know, going to school, thinking about a sustainable career and everything like that, what advice would you want to give like students thinking about going that route at the moment? Like, is that the route they should be taking, going to school, or are there other means to take care of that?
There are other means to take care of that. A lot of sustainability people are hobbyists. You know what I mean? They're hobbyists. They're a do-it-yourself kind of person, and they can learn all these things through different types of media, like of course YouTube, social media, Facebook. If you like reading, there's a bunch of books out there about it. But my advice for someone trying to get into this type of career is be genuinely passionate about it. Have it in your heart. Don't come into a career like this and do it for the money or thinking that it's gonna pay you well or whatever. That should be swept aside, because what we need in these positions, the type of people who are genuinely caring for the environment and are environmental stewards. So if you want to be a sustainability coordinator and you're using styrofoam cups and driving a V10, V8 car, right? You're not the person to be in that job. You have to be seriously passionate and a genuine person that cares about sustainability. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna thank Kiko for being on the show today. Once again, that's been an episode from Mentor Asia Pacific. See you guys next time.
See ya.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks guys for tuning into Mentor Asia Pacific. Once again, I'm Alvin Sangha. Check out all our social media, that's going to be linked down below. Stay tuned, more mentors are to come. We're going to be releasing a mentor every week. And please leave a comment down below for any mentors that you'd like to be featured on the channel, any business professional, entrepreneur, or anybody that you believe is inspiring and can provide to be a mentor for the youth as well. Until next time, thank you very much. Sangha out.